Hi everyone, this is Sniper Tarot. I'm here to do collective readings for each individual zodiac sign for what you don't see coming. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Aries and work our way all the way through Pisces to give you an overall feeling of what you don't see coming. This will be a timeless reading, so when you hear the message is when you are meant to hear it. So I will put the link in the comment section for the timestamps for each individual sign so you can jump ahead to your sign. So welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, feel free to do that so you can get future notifications when I do future videos. This will be a general reading that will may or may not resonate with you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull some Rider-Waite Tarot. I'll do some clarification for each sign and then maybe a love message at the very end here. So thank you for being here. Let's start off with Aries. Aries, I hope that you're doing well. Let's pull some cards for you. I'm going to use their traditional Rider-Waite Tarot today to get some messages here. And I'll use two different decks. Messages for Aries, please. What does Aries not see coming? What does Aries not see coming, please, Spirit, Angels, Guides, Ancestors? What does Aries not see coming? Today is Saturday. I'm unsure of the date. I think it's like June 7th, I want to say. Okay, so it looks like Aries, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands here with the Queen of Swords in the shadow here. So what you don't see coming, especially in the shadow, so something that is coming but you may be unaware of with the Queen of Swords in the shadow here. You could be losing your temper for whatever reason, something that you don't, that is hidden, something, and we'll clarify why that is, why you might be losing your temper with the Queen of Swords or directed towards somebody here. With the Queen of Pentacles, to start your reading here, the first card out, you could be being very generous at this time. Something that you don't see coming as you may be being generous, perhaps because you could be having a reunion with somebody from your past, perhaps. Aries, with the Six of Cups here, or you could be being nostalgic and wanting to be generous with your money, maybe buying something that makes you feel young again. I definitely see a celebration of sorts with the Four of Wands here. You could be being generous towards somebody from your past that may be getting married. Or this is somebody that you were married to with the Four of Wands. Doesn't have to be. But you may be forming a strong foundation at this time. You may be generous with your money, thinking about your past or reconciling with somebody from your past in order to have stability. And that's why you have the Four Wands here to create a stable structure here. Let's go back and clarify. But yeah, you may be losing your temper for whatever reason here as well. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit. For Aries. What does Aries not see coming? So maybe you're being generous because there's been some resentment towards maybe somebody from your past. And you have the desire to forgive them. So maybe you're being generous towards them, so that there can be forgiveness overall. So maybe they can forgive you as well. And this may be somebody from your recent past or from your childhood, even. Um, Somebody that you're wanting to bridge the gap here. Please clarify the Six of Cups, please, Spirit. So this is what you don't see coming, Aries. That you may be being a little generous with your money for a desire of forgiveness. You have the Nine of Cups here. You're wanting to comfort this person, somebody that is from your past, perhaps, to give them more of emotional stability, comfort, perhaps maybe so that they can forgive you. It feels like you may be enjoying your success and you're wanting to share it with them so that they can find forgiveness, or the overall situation where you can find forgiveness for the both of you. So maybe you've been being very successful at what you've been doing, and you're wanting to share this wealth with somebody in order to bridge a gap between the two of you. Please clarify the Four of Wands. And I feel the Four of Wands is more of a stability structure, bringing stability to the relationship. For some reason, you're going to be losing your temper. Maybe you lost your temper in the past. That may be why. Yeah, so you're wanting to have a clear mind, okay? You're wanting to show that you're wanting to build a strong foundation for this relationship so that it can heal, it feels like. You're wanting to clear your mind. You're wanting to feel like you've done everything to build a firm foundation and bridge the gap so that there is forgiveness in a relationship here, and being generous with this person to make them feel more comfortable or emotionally stable. It may be that you've lost your temper with this person in the past. Please clarify the Queen of Swords. Yeah. You may have reached out for help, maybe perhaps through a therapist or something, or working through this, so that you can heal from perhaps losing your temper. Okay, they also maybe been healing from what you did to them. This feels like what is hidden here is that you might have lost your temper with this person, which put a wall between the two of you, and you're trying to bridge that gap here and build a firm foundation so that you can clear your mind and move forward. So you may be being generous with this person in order to give them more luxury, more comfort, more emotional stability here. So this is what you don't see coming here. Let's pull a love message oracle card for you, Aries. So this is what I'm seeing that you don't see coming, is that you're going to be working on building a bridge between you and somebody from your past. So yes, so the card says balance. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. So I feel like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring a more physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy so that there can be forgiveness and a firm foundation so that you can clear your mind and feel more balanced overall, Aries. So yeah, that feels like what you don't see coming here, Aries. Let's move on. We're going to move on to Taurus. So yeah, if you like that reading, Aries, please give me a thumbs up. So let's move on to Taurus. That was a nice reading, Aries. Okay, so grab your tea, coffee, water, whatever it is you like. I'm going to drink some of my coffee this morning. All right. Spirit says do another big shuffle. So I'm going to do another big shuffle for Taurus. Okay. Angels, guides, ancestors. Messages for Taurus and what they don't see coming, please. Messages for Taurus. All placements, please, Spirit. All placements for Taurus, what they don't see coming. Okay. So what is hidden here is, you could be feeling defeated at this time, or you may have felt like you've defeated those. You can see this man, he has 3 swords he's holding on to, and 2 are falling behind him, like he's been in a conflict with somebody. When you think of swords, you're thinking of, you know, spiteful words, things like that. So, and he has a grin here. So this could be you, Taurus, that maybe you finally spoke your truth and you have a little bit of a grin here. So there could have been some conflict where you might have spoken your truth, but we'll get into this. And that's kind of what I'm feeling about this card. Like you finally said what you wanted to say, or this is what you don't see coming. You may be saying something that you've always wanted to say, and you finally got to say it, and you have a smirk on your face, and you are left standing with 3 swords, and they're walking away with their backs turned towards you. So that's what I'm feeling with the card here. With the red that you're wearing here, you have a lot of passion about what you were saying, Taurus. So this is what is hidden. So this is, again, what you don't see coming, but something that is hidden underneath of the reading here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles to start your reading here. I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, somebody could be off, there could be an offer, or you're just having the will to succeed. And I feel like that's why you're, you have the red on your shirt and pants here, because you're very passionate about wanting to succeed here. You have the desire to succeed. You could have been praying about this. But yeah, this is generally this is like spirit is coming in and offering you an idea, okay, so that you succeed. Spirit is offering perhaps money to help you bring balance to your life. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position as well, Taurus, in your reading. With the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position, when you are offered this idea by Spirit, okay, what you're passionate about here, which you could be talking with other people about, and there could be conflict about what passion you have, you may come into this in an inconsistent manner. So you may have this great idea, okay, to prosper, but you're inconsistent about perhaps working at it every day, okay? We do have the Six of Pentacles here as well in the upright position. It feels like with this that you may have to spend a lot of money in order to get your idea off the ground. It feels like you could, but I'm feeling like there's balance here though as well. You're wanting things to be balanced. So maybe if you feel like you're giving to others, then others will give to you. So you're being generous. You're sharing wealth because you feel like you want the universe, when you give money out, that you want to receive. So it's like a balancing act here with the universe. If you are generous with your money, money will come flowing towards you, in other words. But it feels like you may be being a little inconsistent, maybe about even being generous. Um, or even Spirit is saying to me, um, being grateful for those that help you. So you need to help them in order for that karma to come back to you. Let's go back and clarify, Taurus, and see what's going on here exactly. This feels like almost like an entrepreneurial kind of reading for you, Taurus. So this is what I am feeling for you and what you don't see coming. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit, for Taurus and what they don't see coming. Okay, so you may be being closed off from people offering you some emotional feedback. You may be closed off to new ideas. You are very, and this may be why you had conflict with others here, or you're going to have conflict with others because you're not open-minded about other things, okay? You have a one-track mind about what it is that you want to develop, or you're wanting to, your idea is the only idea. So you may have some missed opportunities because you're not thinking about the bigger picture. You have a one-track mind on what you want to develop here. And so you're closing your mind off to other ideas and other pathways. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles, please. So yeah, I'm seeing some missed opportunities for you, Taurus, because of your mindset here. So we do have the Seven of Cups here that is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you may be having a lack of motivation because you're confused about what to do. You could also be having some illusions about what it is that you're wanting to do. And you're missing out on opportunities because you're not looking at a bigger picture or taking ideas from other people. You're very passionate about what you think about. Your ideas are very, you have a lot of passion behind it. You're wanting to create this new idea, but you're missing opportunities because you're secluding yourself. You're closed off to the ideas of others, okay? Your head is in the clouds here, which is leaving you with a lack of purpose. So then you get into your head, so then there's a lack of motivation. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles, please, Spirit. I'm seeing summertime for this. So this could be happening soon for you, Taurus. So we have the Tower card here, clarifying the Six of Pentacles here. So, yeah, you're feeling very confined here. I feel like you wanting to be generous with others so that there's a karmic wheel here is going to end up in a Tower moment. It'll be a subtle moment for you where you're realizing that you have a lot of uncertainty when it comes to your idea. One more, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Tower. Yeah. So then you start to avoid conflict with others because you're now going to respect the differences that you had. So now you're going to end up avoiding these people that were wanting to help you and give you ideas, but you missed out on an opportunity because you were closed off to their ideas here. which has left you in confusion here, which then left you unmotivated. So then you felt confined here, perhaps spending a lot of money or giving to others, hoping that it would come back so that your idea could be created here. So now you're avoiding conflict with these people that wanted to help you in the first place. But yeah, this is what I see for you, Taurus, and what you don't see coming. So there's some type of idea that you're wanting to get off the ground and you're very passionate about it. There's people around you that wanted to give you some fresh perspective, but you're very passionate about what your thoughts are and you don't really want other people's opinions. But the problem is that this idea that you have, you're so closed off that you've missed opportunities, okay? And then your head is in the clouds, so then you get unmotivated. And then you feel confined, okay? And there's a tower moment here, a subtle moment where you might lose it all because you're spending so much money trying to get the karmic wheel to come back in your favor that you spend a lot of money perhaps to make your idea to come off the ground here. But there's a tower moment here where you may be losing a lot here. So you're going to find out in the end that these people were right to want to give you some other ideas to make your idea come to fruition here. So you're going to end up respecting their differences with you, but you're going to avoid them at this point so that there's not more conflict in the future. Let's pull a love message for you. So this is a little bit more entrepreneurial or idea, creative, something like that that's going on for you, Taurus. But let's pull a love message for you. What you don't see coming. Again, take it as it resonates. So the card says, open yourself to others. This is how you will create new friendships and attract a love relationship. So open yourself to others. And I feel like that's what this is all about here, is opening yourself to others, other ideas, okay? Others' ideas, so that you can get your ideas off the ground here. So as people with their own opinions, it's okay to listen to other people's opinions, even if you're passionate about it. Something else may click for you that they say that actually helps you. So don't be so closed off here. So this is what I see for you, Taurus, and what you don't see coming. Let's move on to Gemini. So yeah, Taurus, it looks like you're going to be trying to work on an idea here, but you need to be more open to other people's opinions or ideas as well, so that it can actually get off the ground for you. So that's what I see for you, Taurus, and what you don't see coming. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Angels, guides, ancestors. Messages for Gemini and what they don't see coming, please. Messages for Gemini. What they don't see coming. Okay. All right, so starting off the reading with the Ace of Cups here in the reverse position. It feels like there's been a loss of, or an unfortunate abrupt change around you that is leaving you emotional. It feels like this could be a love relationship. It doesn't have to be. This could be family. It could be a friend that you really care for and love deeply. But something has happened, Gemini, where there's been an unfortunate abrupt change that's leaving you emotional. We do have the Nine of Wands here as well. in the reverse position. I feel like you gave up on this situation here, and that's what caused this change. You gave up on this situation or person, place, something like that, where it left you. There's been an unfortunate change with something that you really love. There's a lot of emotion here that you just gave up on with the Nine of Wands here. It's like you lost your motivation to make changes to this. And you've had to be very strong here with the Strength card, Major Arcana, through this. What you don't see, and what you don't see coming, which will be hidden, is the Seven of Swords here in the shadow here. I feel like with the Seven of Swords, I feel like whatever it is that you try to perhaps put love into was perhaps a poor attempt on your part. I feel like this has left you, this is an abrupt change that has occurred that's left you very emotional, that you kind of gave up on. I feel like you didn't put enough effort into it. This has left you very emotional, but you're being strong through it. But it's like, what's under the surface here is that you didn't really put a whole lot of effort into this. But let's go back and clarify here. Please clarify the Ace of Cups, please, for Gemini and what they don't see coming. I feel like you were being very generous with somebody. You were sharing maybe your home, your money. You were very giving to them. But there's been an abrupt change when it came to you sharing with this person. There's been an abrupt change that you're no longer going to be sharing with this person. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands, please, Spirit, for Gemini and what they don't see coming. Yeah, so you gave up. You were feeling like you had impossible expectations when it came to this person, and you just gave up. You gave up. There was an impossible expectation when it came to this person. You were feeling overwhelmed. This person can be impulsive, or you could have been impulsive and wanting something to change right away, and it wasn't happening, so you gave up. It's like you were very generous with them. There's been an abrupt change, so you're no longer being generous with them. I feel like you gave up because of your expectations were almost impossible, or somebody around you's expectations were impossible in the situation. Please clarify the Strength card. This is what you don't see coming, Gemini. And take it as it resonates. This could be even has already occurred, is what Spirit's saying to me. So perhaps you're being strong through the situation where it's left you very upset here, where there's been an abrupt change to you being generous with this situation. And you're being strong because maybe you had a lack of resources in order to help this situation, okay? Yeah. It feels like, yeah, you're being strong, but you had a lack of resources to actually help this person out. Maybe it was a lack of resources when it came to maybe dealing with somebody that really needed financial help, and you just didn't have it. And they had impossible expectations here. You were being very generous with what you had, but their expectations were way too much, or will be too much. So yeah. So with the Seven of Swords here in this shadow here, I feel like it's almost like you feel like you failed this person because you don't have the lack of resources to help them, and you're being strong through it. So you gave up because they're impossible expectations. You were sharing what you could, but that came to an abrupt change here. So this is what I see for you, Gemini, and what you don't see coming. So there's going to be an abrupt change with somebody that you're being generous with. Their impossible expectations have left you feeling like you wanted to give up. And you're being strong through this because you really didn't have, you know, you had a lack of resources to actually help them. One more, please, Spirit, for Gemini and what they don't see coming. Yep, you're going to be very strong. Here again, I'm seeing the Nine of Wands here. So here's this double confirmation here with the Nine of Wands here, that you're going to have to be persistent and strong through this situation. It feels like somebody might be taking advantage of you and have impossible expectations, especially when it comes to monetary means. So you're going to have to be strong and persistent with this person that's wanting basically a handout from you. You've been very generous with them in the past, but this has come to an abrupt change. Let's pull a love message for you, Gemini. But yeah, it seems like you're dealing with somebody that you've been very, very generous with. And now they got impossible expectations. So you gave up on the situation because of the lack of resources. You've had to be strong here. So you need to be persistent and put your foot down and say, hey, I don't have it. So the love message for you, Gemini, is open yourself to others. This is how you will create new friendships and attract a love relationship. We just got that one with Taurus. Let me pull one more for you. I am shuffling. Gemini, it says boundaries. Well, this makes more sense here. So maybe you need to open yourself up to others and their opinions about this situation, and then put your boundaries down, because this is what this is, to be persistent with your boundaries when it comes to this person that kind of wants to take advantage of your resources. So boundaries, you need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. So open yourself to others and what their ideas are, maybe in this situation, and set your boundaries, Gemini. So that's the message I have for you, Gemini, and what you don't see coming. Again, these messages could have already happened as well. So take it as it resonates. These are general readings. Let's move on to Cancer. All right. Spirit says shuffle again. Looks like a beautiful day here in Southwest Florida. So it was really nice last night. I got out and I saw my friends who are in my band with their own band. And one of my bandmates bought a painting of mine. So that was really nice of her. Angels, guides, ancestors. What does Cancer not see coming, please? Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting together with another bandmate of mine tonight. Be going over some stuff. Messages for Cancer, please, Spirit, and what they don't see coming. Okay. Well, the wheel is a turning for you. And we've got three major arcana here for you. And what you don't see coming, Cancer, is a major something or another coming on in. So the Wheel of Fortune in the shadow here makes me feel like something is going to be changing for you. The wheel is going to be turning. So there is something coming in that is unplanned. Your destiny wheel is going to be turning. This is what is hidden. So the wheel is going to be turning in your favor. It's leading you to your destiny. Now, we do have the Death card here in the reverse position. And we have the Sun card as well in the reverse position, both major arcana. So you could be going through an unstable relationship with the Sun card here in the reverse position. You may be coming up to a point where you might have a little bit of loneliness within a relationship as well. So something is changing towards your destiny here, and it's going to lead you to a place of maybe loneliness or a separation in a relationship or an unstable relationship. And again, this doesn't have to be love. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be anything like that. With the Death card here in the reverse position, which was your first card out of the deck, I feel like there's going to be a transformation of some sort here within a dynamic that is going to be changing things to make this wheel spin. This will be a bad situation where there's going to be a change or a separation within a relationship. So yeah, there's some type of bad situation that's going to be coming in that's going to be changing your destiny. This could be involving the King of Pentacles, or it could be involving monetary means as well. So there could be an abrupt change when it comes to your money. An unforeseen destiny that's coming on in, which is going to leave you separated. There's going to be an abrupt change here, a bad situation that's going to happen with the King of Pentacles here. Or it doesn't have to be necessarily a person, but if this could be a person that, it could be your investments. There's going to be an abrupt change maybe within your investments here, which may leave you separated from your finances. Doesn't have to be. This could be a business person who's very good at math or financial matters that you could be separated from. There going to be abrupt change in this relationship. So take it as it resonates. Or an abrupt change in your finances here due to a bad situation or circumstance. You could be separated from your money. And again, it could be, the stock market could plunge, something like that. But this is destiny here for you, Cancer. It's going to leave you very emotional. A sudden change here with the Ace of Cups right behind here. So this is your destiny, though, Cancer. Let's go back and clarify what this is about. Please clarify the Death card, please, Spirit. I might have to let my doggy out here in just a moment. Please clarify the Death card. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be arguments or disputes that are going to be happening. This could also be family member or like family that you're having this with. So this is going to be an abrupt change. We have the Three of Cups here that is clarifying the Sun card. So yeah, you could be separated from somebody that is going to a celebration or a gathering of some sort. You could be separated from these people, this person that is going to another occasion without you. And it's going to end up transforming the relationship. Or there's going to be something that happens, a bad situation that happens that shatters your dreams, which causes arguments and disputes, which leaves you separated from this person because maybe they are away at a celebration or something like that. Or this could be, like I said, financial. There's an abrupt change here within a family dynamic or a broken family that's costing you a lot of money. Please clarify the King of Pentacles. So this feels like this could be a person that you're dealing with. We have the Emperor here in the reverse position. Somebody that is, has a good financial head on their shoulders. There is an Aries energy here with the Emperor. But somebody that has a lack of discipline, somebody that could be a little bit dominating and controlling, but it has a good math head. So this could be somebody that you're dealing with, Cancer. I'm definitely seeing Aries sign here. I'm definitely seeing you here with water as well. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a fire sign. But there's going to be some type of dispute that's going to happen or argument with this person. It feels like what you don't see is maybe that they might be going away. And then there's going to end up being an argument. It's going to change the dynamic of the relationship with this person. And your Wheel of Fortune is going to turn towards your destiny, which is hidden. It feels like it's changing for the abrupt change is going to cause a separation. It may be just separating them from, they may be getting out and going to some type of party or get together or something like that where you're going to be separated from them. But there's going to be an argument here that comes up with this person and what you don't see coming, Cancer. One more, please. And then I got to let my doggy out. One more. So we have the World card. So yeah, so this will be a completion of a relationship here, or a realization about a relationship. Okay? This could be something that you've been trying to manifest as well. Perhaps you haven't been the happiest in the relationship. Yeah. But there's going to be some disputes and arguments with this person. It's going to bring an abrupt change to the situation. You may be separated because they're maybe at a gathering. It feels like you're dealing with somebody of a fire sign here. Somebody that is dominating, controlling. They have a lack of discipline, but they're very good at math skills and financial matters. I feel like you're needing to clear your mind from this person with the Queen of Swords here in the shadow as well. Let's pull a love message for you real quick here, Cancer. But yeah, seems like what you don't see coming here is you're going to have an argument with some fire sign here that could be changing the dynamic of the relationship. So Wheel of Fortune is here. And you got 3 major arcana. So this is going to be a major event for you. Yeah, so I pulled the card difficulties. There'll be jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to success of this connection. So difficulties, as I said here. So jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. So that's what I see for you, Cancer, and what you don't see coming. So yeah, seems like you're going to be dealing with somebody that you're in a relationship with that you might become separated from because of arguments and disputes with them, perhaps over being jealous about something. Let me let my dog out. I'll be right back. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. We're going to move on to Virgo. You're tuning on in here, Virgo. Welcome. We're going to do a reading. So it's what you don't see coming. Okay. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for Virgo and what they don't see coming, please. Messages for Virgo and what they don't see coming. Nice. Okay. All right. You could be, what's hidden here is you could be separated from somebody at this time, and it feels like you're going to get your wish of some sort. It feels like you're going to be hearing from somebody with the Eight of Wands here. You could be hearing from somebody through text message, email, phone call, something like that. Perhaps somebody that may have broken your heart in the past where you've been separated from them, okay? Somebody that you really, really had a great deal of feelings for. And this feels like wish fulfillment here with the Star card. This is also Aquarius energy as well. So it's major arcana here with the Star card. I feel like you have a lot of hope. This is a sign of good things that are coming towards you, Virgo. So that's right out of the bat. This was the first card. So this is a sign of good things, renewed faith, fulfillment in your life's pleasures, okay? And I feel like this could be after heartache with the Three of Swords here in the reverse position. So this could be after the loss of a loved one or a relationship, something like that. But there's going to be messages coming on in through the air, email, text message, social media, something like that with the Eight of Wands here. This is typically some type of message that you're going to be getting. There'll be an important message. You could also be taking a trip too, so this could be air travel as well. But we'll go back and clarify. It seems like there could have been a separation from somebody that maybe you lost. This could also be the loss of a loved one, not for all, and what you don't see coming, Virgo. So it feels like you could be getting a wish fulfillment here. Let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Star card, please, Spirit, for Virgo and what they don't see coming. Okay. We have the Strength card in the reverse position. So yeah, you've had a lot of, you have a lot of wish fulfillment because you've been impatient maybe about love. There is Leo here with the Strength card, or you could be dealing with a fire sign where you have wish fulfillment. You felt very weak, impatient, perhaps about love, or the loss of love here, or wanting to hear from somebody. You've been impatient. So this is something you've been impatient for, but your wish is going to be fulfilled here. Please clarify the Three of Swords, please, Spirit. Yeah, we have the World card here. So there was a lot of pain and loss. There was a completion of a perhaps a relationship. There was a realization. Yeah, so you put in a lot of effort into the relationship and it came to an end here. So it feels like You've been wanting to hear from this person, though. And that's your wish. Please clarify the Eight of Wands, please, Spirit. So it feels like you might be hearing from this person, but you need to be very careful on what they say to you. It's almost like they have a strategy, perhaps to trick you, or to that their intentions are not the best. So it looks like they're wanting something from you, and then they're going to tiptoe away again. So it seems like your wish fulfillment is to hear from this person. Somebody where things ended. There's a separation between the two of you. So you maybe live at a distance from each other. Doesn't have to be. Please clarify the Seven of Swords, please, Spirit. So we have the Eight of Wands again here. So this is double clarification that they will contact you. Or they could be flying towards you as well. So there could be a voyage by air that they're coming towards you, but they have some tactics that they're going to be utilizing in order to get something from you. This feels like it could be coming more towards the autumn or fall time. Or next spring. It feels like you're dealing with a fire sign for sure. I'm seeing fire again for you, Virgo. But it says to slow down and wait on this person. Don't allow them back into your area, back into your surroundings so quickly. You may feel a little bit of a waiting game when it comes to this person. They do not have the best intentions here when it comes to them reaching out, whether they come to you through a flight or message you through the air, email, text message, social media. But this is definitely somebody that there was a separation and an ending of a relationship with. There was a completion of a relationship. It feels like a fire sign that you've been wishing that you would hear from. One more, please clarify the Seven of Swords. What does this person want? So they're coming in with passion with the Queen of Wands here. So it seems like they're just wanting a hookup. They're wanting to feel good. In other words, they're wanting, so be very careful here. They're a little bit deceptive when it comes to a mature response to your wishes here. So just be very leery. Go slow with this person. I think this person feels like they just want to hook up with you. Yeah. I think they're closed off to anything more than that. Let's pull a love message for you, Virgo. But yeah, it seems like you're going to be hearing from somebody, or somebody's going to be coming towards you. Somebody from your past, perhaps, that you were separated from, where there was an ending in a relationship. It could be a Leo or a fire sign that you're dealing with. You've been impatient about wanting to hear from this person for quite some time. And your wish is going to come true because you're going to hear from them. But just be leery of what it is that they want. It feels like what they're wanting is more like a passionate relationship. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing fire sign here. Angels, guides, ancestors. What does Virgo not see coming in love? Please, Spirit. So this feels like a love relationship here. So it says letting go. So if someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. That's exactly what I was saying here. So if someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. So don't be so jumpy into letting them back in so quickly. And that's what it said here, to slow down. Slow down before you let them come right back in. Let them prove themselves to you. So that's the message I have for you, Virgo, on what you don't see coming. Let's move on to Leo. My stomach is growling now. I have to eat some lunch here soon. It was really bad and after I went and saw my friends playing last night, I went through the drive-through over at Checkers, which I shouldn't have done, and got some French fries. And I was like, I didn't even feel good after I ate that. And it's not something I do very often. If you all know me, I'm vegetarian, and like I have a garden that I'm starting out in my greenhouse and everything. And I went into Checkers and got French fries and some cheese sticks, and I regretted it immediately. So I won't be doing that anytime soon. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for Leo and what they don't see coming, please, Spirit. And I did see some friends out there that actually watched my videos last night. So thank you guys if you're tuning on in. I really appreciate your support through all of this. We have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, two major arcanas. Boy, you are on a spiritual journey here, Leo. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. Back of the deck, we do have the Nine of Swords. You could be on a spiritual awakening here, Leo. I'm definitely feeling that right away for you. And it could be after some major upset in your life where it's transformed you spiritually. Beautiful. So starting off your reading with the Hierophant, major arcana here. I feel like I said, this is a card of traditional values. And you can see the priest here. You can see the crosses on his lapel here that is on his robe here. So this is a traditional card, the Hierophant. So it feels like you may have been part of a traditional organization or religion, but now your intuition is coming on in. When we look at the towers here within the High Priestess, this is right brain, left brain, okay? And the left brain is more logical and more towards the tradition. But when you're in your intuition or your meditation, using your intuition, you're bringing in that right-sided brain, okay? And the right-sided brain is all about love, compassion, intuition, more of a spiritual place than the left brain, okay? The right brain is where you find God. So as I'm looking at these cards, it's almost like you were part of a traditional basis of perhaps spirituality, but intuitively it's not working for you anymore because your right brain is coming on in, and that's the place where God lives. So maybe you're questioning right now, and this feels like this has happened after a major upset, Leo. So we've got as I said, the Hierophant here and the High Priestess. So you could have some divine inspiration, or you're wanting more control over your spiritual needs. And it feels like you're feeling that with the High Priestess here with your intuition. It feels like you're gaining supreme knowledge. You could be going through a spiritual awakening where you're understanding that religion is man-made and spirituality is within. So you are becoming wiser in your spirituality. We do have the Knight of Cups here in the reverse position as well. This feels like somebody could be walking away from you. Because of this new intuition that you have, somebody may be thinking that, you know, like what you're saying is a scam, or what you're listening to now as you are developing your spirituality is a scam, or like cult-like thinking, because you're moving away from the traditional values and you're opening up this right side of your brain where God lives, and you're being less logical here. So somebody could be walking away from you, feeling like what you're thinking or talking about is a scam, or what you're listening to is a scam. But what is hidden here is the Nine of Swords here. And I feel like with the Nine of Swords, it's like this has happened after a major letdown. And this has helped you improve your overall mental health, is coming into your spirituality, Leo. Let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Hierophant for the sign of Leo and what they don't see coming, please. Please clarify the Hierophant and what they don't see coming, please. Yeah, you feel like what the traditional values are, you feel like it's dishonesty. You feel like there's cover-up there within religion because it's man-made. You feel like there's an injustice when it comes to traditional values that you were maybe brought up with. And you're opening up your heart and your mind, your intuition, to be a more spiritualist than you are conforming to the traditional. You feel like what is here, okay, is perhaps an injustice to what God really is. Please clarify the High Priestess, please. This definitely feels like a spiritual awakening to me. Oh, and there's a bird watching me. Oh. My bird is listening into our conversation. Hi, birdie. That made me feel like Spirit is right here for you, Leo, and saying, what I'm saying is the truth. That was odd and weird and beautiful. Please clarify the High Priestess, please. That was very odd and weird. Right outside my window, looking right at me. Okay, so clarifying the High Priestess. Yeah, so this has left you with a lot of conflict, perhaps with others, when it comes to your intuition about what spirituality really is. And again, this is what you don't see coming. So what you don't see coming is you may be having a lack of direction when it comes to your spiritual awakening. And it could cause conflict with others who may think that you're dealing with some type of woo-woo, like scam or something like that. Please clarify the Knight of Cups. So yeah, as I said, it feels like they think that you're being tricked. Maybe you're listening to podcasts, maybe you're listening to YouTube channels when it comes to spiritual awakening, or seeing something on social media. They think that you're being tricked. They think that you're being deceived. But I feel that you are standing in your truth here, because you now have been awakened. You're now seeing that this traditional thing, it has an irresponsibility, dishonesty, and an injustice to others, as it is man-made and not within. I feel like you're in a better mental health state than you used to be, dealing with this traditional value. You coming into your own intuition and your own spirituality has really helped your mental health. And people are always going to think, because you're not speaking in traditional religion, spirituality, things like that, that you're talking about something new, that they think that's a scam. One more, please, Spirit. For Leo and what they don't see coming. So I definitely see a spiritual awakening for you, Leo. Yeah. So with the Eight of Cups here, it feels like you're going to move more towards love and compassion towards others instead of walking away from this. You're going to give them more love and compassion because they don't understand what's going on here. One more, please, Spirit. You may feel like you're on your own here as well with the Eight of Swords here. As you go through a spiritual awakening, you may feel left out. You may feel alone as you go through this. It comes in waves. I will tell you, as a spiritually awakened person, that sometimes you feel alone in the world because you don't have the same mindset as a lot of others. But you need to find your tribe and stick with those people that have been awakened, because it's a whole different world when you become awakened, Leo. But yeah, some people can be cruel, manipulative when it comes to this type of thing. But stand in your truth. Your intuition is correct. This is giving you better mental health as well. Let's pull a love message for you as well, Leo, for what you don't see coming. But yeah, I definitely feel a big spiritual awakening coming for you, and what you don't see, Leo. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And there'll be people there. There'll be haters. Once you become awakened, you realize who is awakened and who is not. And not that we don't love them. Okay, we don't treat them bad. We don't say bad things about them. We just know that they don't know. They don't know. So yeah, letting go. If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. So this person that may not be comforting you during your spiritual awakening or your change in your spirituality, let them go. Let them. Let them think that what they want. Give them love and let them go. Okay? They're not comforting you through this change. Okay? So let them go. And definitely have a collective coming through and letting go. One more, please, Spirit. So it says, yeah, free yourself, letting go and free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. So that's the messages I have for you, Leo, on what you don't see coming. If you liked the reading, please give me a thumbs up. We're going to move on to Libra. I'm going to go let my dog in first because she's sounding off outside, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Let's move on to Libra. Yeah, that was a really beautiful message for Leo. Let's see what Libra doesn't see coming. Okay. Yep, we'll shuffle again. Spirit is saying shuffle again. Okay. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the sign of Libra, all placements, and what they don't see coming, please, Spirit. Uh-oh, what you got? You got your flippy. Messages for Libra, please, Spirit. What they don't see coming. Ace of Wands, King of Swords, and the Tower. Okay. Back of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. So it seems like you might have come in with a new idea here, Libra, and it's not ending well. So you could be coming into a new idea and what you don't see coming. And there could be a disruption or a breakdown of some sort. Let's dive in here. So with the Ace of Wands here, generally this is a new idea, something that you're wanting to start off with, creative passion. This could also be a new life or this could be a new relationship, birth to something new, or something new is about to begin here. In what you don't see coming. The King of Swords in the reverse position makes me feel like this might be you. Or somebody that you're dealing with, Libra. Somebody that might be feeling, somebody's like an unfair judge of character, or judging what the new hope or idea might be. And then we have the Tower card here. So there's an abrupt change here coming in for you, Libra, and what you don't see coming. Generally the Tower, it's not, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but there is a traumatic event or something that changes everything. And it could be changing for the good. We'll see. Page of Swords here in the shadow. I feel like with the page, this is generally a younger mentality here. It feels like somebody could also be keeping secrets. This is what's hidden here. We're going to go back and clarify what all this is about. This could also just be your intuition working overtime. Let's clarify. Please clarify the Ace of Wands, please, Spirit, for the sign of Libra and what they don't see coming. So something that is new, maybe some type of impulsive action. So something that you're wanting to create or something that happens. There is a fire sign here with the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. The new thought or new idea could be some reckless or impulsive behavior. Please clarify the King of Swords. Again, this is what you don't see coming. This could be you. This could be somebody that you know. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. There is some problems that are happening here with the King of Swords here. You could be dealing with this person, this King of Swords, or this could be you. Somebody that's being selfish or unfair, which is causing a blockage or problem, which is going to lead to a new idea where it leaves you in an impulsive or reckless state of mind because you're angry about what this person has done. They're being unfair or selfish, which is leading to problems, which is going to make a new idea for you, which is going to lead to impulsiveness or reckless behavior. In the end here, I do see the Tower moment, which is going to be changing everything. Please clarify the Tower, please, Spirit. Yeah. I see a new beginning. So what the change is here with the Sun card here, there's going to be a new beginning of some sort, after some kind of misfortune or problems, with somebody that is being unfair, which is going to lead you to a new idea to become a little bit angry about it, and impulsive, which is going to cause a breakdown perhaps, within a dynamic, which is going to lead to a new beginning. Please clarify the Page of Swords, please, Spirit. It's almost like you used your intuition, which is hidden here, as like you knew something was going on. Yeah. So the Ace of Swords is here as well. So yeah, you had mental clarity. You're using your intuition here. So you have a very sharp mind, and you're going to speak your truth about the situation and your intuition. And it's going to cause this person to be unfair to you, which is going to cause problems or a blockage within the dynamic, which is going to lead you to new ideas, where it's just because you're going to have a new idea out of anger. You're going to be impulsive. You may be a little reckless in what you do, but it's going to end up changing the entire dynamic here, which is going to lead to a new beginning. Please clarify the Sun card, please, Spirit. Yeah. So it's going to be an ending of a relationship, personal relationship, friendship, job, something like that, where something is going to end and it's going to change, and you're going to have a rebirth, and a new beginning happening. What is this Tower involved with, please, for Libra, and what they don't see coming? Yeah, it's going to leave you sad that there's going to be an ending here, but there's going to be a new day, a new beginning. Who is this about for Libra? Now I'm being curious. Yep, you got the Fool card. There's a new beginning that's happening here. It's not wanting to tell me if this is a love relationship, a business relationship, friendship, or whatever it is. I'm not seeing like the Lovers or a Two of Cups or anything like that. But there's definitely going to be a change, and you're going to have a new beginning of some sort, Libra, that's coming on in for you. It's going to make you first get angry about somebody that is being unfair towards you or causing problems. And it's going to make an abrupt change here, but it's going to lead to a new beginning for you. It feels like you knew something was going on here with your intuition. You used your mental clarity here. You have a sharp mind and logic when it comes to this. So it's almost like you knew. I'm going to pull a love message for you too, Libra, to finish up your reading. But yeah, seems like there's going to be a change here, but you're going to start a new beginning, and you're going to be off on a new adventure. Yep. So it says, pay attention to the signs. The synchronicities you have been noticing are not coincidences. I feel like that's where this Page of Swords and this Ace of Swords comes in. Using your intuition and your mental clarity in order to pay attention to the signs that you're seeing. And I feel like that's what is happening here. So that's the message I have for you, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let's move on to Scorpio. Yep, so the bird is gone, but that was definitely, that was a weird one for Virgo. But yeah, that was really cool. All right, so let's move on to Scorpio. Angels, guides, ancestors. Messages for the sign of Scorpio, all placements, and what they don't see coming, please. Messages for Scorpio and what they don't see coming. The Empress, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, in the reverse position. What is hidden is, okay, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Empress here, Scorpio, this is generally a woman of abundance. Again, take the gender as it resonates. You could be pregnant at this time, don't have to be, but this is generally a woman of abundance, love, nurturing, things like that. With the Nine of Cups here, we see a man here that's sitting here with his arms crossed, with a grin on his face, and then he's got 9 cups on a table back here. So, and you see the table is very tall. So the emotion within this picture is very grand. And there's a lot of cups here. So there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of passion as he's got a red cap on his head. So he's very passionate about something that he's being very emotional about. So perhaps as the Empress, an abundant person, you're very passionate about what is happening on an emotional level. Now, we do have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position as well. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position, you could be dealing with a financial hardship at this time, or just the loss of your belongings. And it feels like what is hidden here is you've been having a little bit of financial stress here. But it feels like if you keep walking around the corner, you're going to find something that's going to help you. So you got to keep walking around the corner here. So perhaps you've been used to the abundant lifestyle. It's made you very, very happy. You're very passionate about it, but you've been going through perhaps a financial loss, or what you don't see coming is perhaps a financial loss here. But with the Five of Pentacles in the shadow here, it feels like through this financial loss, if you just keep walking around the corner, things will get better. But that's what that feels like. But let's go back and clarify the cards here. But yeah, the first card out of the deck was the Empress. And I feel like with her, you could be a strong female figure. It doesn't have to be, but somebody that's very maternal, has a maternal instinct here. But let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Empress, please, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpio and what they don't see coming, please. So yeah, you're very passionate about, your high standards, the abundance that you get. You're very diligent. You're a hard worker, so it brings in the abundance that you need. Yeah. It's almost like your work has a deeper meaning towards you. You're very passionate about your work. You like to be abundant so that when you want to work hard, play hard kind of feeling here as the Empress here. Please clarify the Nine of Cups. You could be a little impulsive when it comes to, with the Knight of Swords here, with your emotions. So you could be very emotional when it comes to the abundance and working hard to achieve your goals. So work hard, play hard. So when things don't necessarily go your way, you could be very emotional when it comes to things not going the way that you want them to. So you're strong and you're ready to take on the world with the Knight of Swords, and you're very emotional about it. And you can see behind you, you have the red blanket behind you, which is showing me lots of passion, especially in the cap here. You're very passionate about your work, your creativity, and having the abundance that you need. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please, Spirit. So what you don't see coming here, Scorpio. Yeah, so you may be feeling a little bit with the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. You may be feeling a little insecure when it comes to your finances. So perhaps you've been very dependent on your finances, and you're very emotional about this stuff because you work hard, play hard here kind of feeling. You have a lot of abundance here, but there is some type of financial loss that you might be going through is going to leave you a little insecure. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles, please, Spirit. What Scorpio doesn't see coming. So this may give you a little bit of social anxiety about spending money, perhaps, or going out with groups, things like that. So it's leaving you a little isolated and feeling like you're out in the cold here, because you might be dealing with a little bit of financial loss in what you don't see coming. Please clarify this. Please clarify what Scorpio doesn't see coming and what is the outcome, please. I feel like if you just keep walking around the corner, things will get better. Yeah, so this is leaving you very curious. It's giving you a lot of restlessness at night. It's draining you mentally, worrying about your finances here with the Page of Swords here. One more, please, Spirit. Yeah, so you may have to make a decision about your finances. There may be a difficult choice, and it may leave you in a confused state as well. So that's what I see for you, Scorpio, and what you don't see coming. You tend to live a very abundant lifestyle. You work hard, play hard here. You're very proud. You're very passionate about and emotional about what you do. You can be impulsive when it comes to spending. And now it's left you a little bit dry when it comes to your finances, which is leaving you a little bit isolated and having a little bit of social anxiety, being left out in the cold because maybe you have drained your finances too much, and you need to make maybe a decision about this. It's leaving you restless at night thinking about all of this stuff and making a decision about what to do about your finances. So let's pull a love message for you as well, Scorpio. But this feels like a financial reading. You definitely are an abundant person that has high standards. You're very passionate about your work, but you might have overspent a little bit in what you don't see coming. And you're going to have to make some difficult choices when it comes to your spending. So for love, it says engagement. So your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. Maybe that's, you're spending money due to an engagement that you might be going through, Scorpio. So take it as it resonates. Or you could be meeting somebody that you could get engaged to. So that's the message I have for you, Scorpio. I hope that you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will move on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. We're moving along here. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for Sagittarius and what they don't see coming, please. Messages for Sagittarius and what they don't see coming, Spirit. The Moon card, the Four of Wands, and the Magician in the reverse position. So 2 major arcana here. Oh, 3. We've got the High Priestess in the shadow. So with the Moon card, you could have a little bit of trickery in your mind here. First card out of the deck, major arcana with the Moon card. It feels like you might be all up in your head here. That's generally what I feel with the Moon card, and what you don't see coming. And it could be that you're all up in your head when it comes to maybe a marriage with the Four of Wands here. So your mind could be playing tricks on you when it comes to a marriage or a celebration of some sort with the Four of Wands. Sagittarius. It feels like, and we'll go back and clarify here, you may be up in your head when it comes to your domestic lifestyle as well. We'll clarify in a moment. We have the Magician as well in the reverse position, another major arcana. It feels like you've got a lack of imagination when it comes to being all up in your head here. Or you just could be just confused about your marriage at this time, or a marriage, or the marriage, or your domestic life. Feels like you're confused here. With the High Priestess here, another major arcana in the shadow here, it feels like intuitively you know something is off. That's what it feels like to me with the High Priestess. Like intuitively you know something is amiss. And that may be putting you up in your head here. Tricking your mind, giving you illusions about your domestic life. Okay, let's go back and clarify. It's leaving you confused here. Please clarify the Moon card, please, Spirit. For the sign of Sagittarius and what they don't see coming. My dog is snoring behind me. So you're up in your head maybe about moving on, or forgiving somebody in your relationship. It feels like your mind is playing tricks on you about moving on. That's what it feels like to me. Perhaps moving on from some domestic situation or marriage. Please clarify the Four of Wands for Sagittarius, please, and what they don't see coming. Yeah, this feels like, you had a very happy lifestyle here within your domestic situation. There could be children involved as well. This was your happily ever after, this marriage. But you are somehow up in your head about forgiving something that's gone on or moving on from this situation. Please clarify the Magician for the sign of Sagittarius and what they don't see coming. So you may be confused about your security, however. Perhaps you are thinking about moving on from a marriage or a domestic situation, but you're confused about what to do financially. Please clarify the High Priestess, please, Spirit. It feels like intuitively you may be recovering from something, perhaps something that has happened within the marriage, and you're wanting to either move on or forgive them, and you're not sure what to do. So you're trying to go intuitively within in order to help recover or improve the situation. You've thought about moving on, but you're not sure what to do about your security or your financial situation. Please clarify the Three of Swords, please, Spirit. You're all up in your head about this. Yeah, you're wanting to talk it out. You're wanting maybe a renewal in the relationship, or maybe taking action in order to move on from it. I feel like, what is Sagittarius recovering from? And what they don't see coming. So you're focusing on your personal truth here. Spirit isn't, obviously, I think somebody broke your heart here, Sagittarius. It feels like somebody within a domestic situation broke your heart. You're all up in your head about it, whether you forgive them or move on. When you think about moving on, you're not sure what you're going to do with what to do about your security or your financial situation. Intuitively, you know that this happened. Intuitively know you need to recover from this situation, and you need to focus on your personal truth. You also need to be using your intuition in order to make an action here of renewal, whether you move on from the situation or you forgive. I feel like with the World card on the back of the deck here, you're feeling unfulfilled within this relationship. So you're either going to decide to forgive or you're going to move on. You're a little unsure about what you're going to do with your security if you do move on. And that's what I see for you and what you don't see coming. Let's pull a love message for you, Sagittarius. But yeah, you're all up in your head here and what you don't see coming. And you're going to have to make a decision on whether to forgive or move on. Seems like from a happy environment, there may be children involved as well. Oh. So the message says third-party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. So not for everyone, but you could be dealing with somebody that might have cheated on you. There could be a third party involved here. I think you intuitively knew this. So they may be done, but you're trying to figure out whether to move on or forgive them for what they've done with the third party. Again, take it as it resonates. I was feeling that the whole time. Strange how things come out. But yeah, that's the message I have for you, Sagittarius, and what you don't see coming. I hope that you enjoyed the message. Again, these messages may have already happened, but this is reiterating from Spirit. If you like the message, please give me a thumbs up, and let's move on to Capricorn. Okay. All right, Spirit, another shuffle. All right, Capricorn, I hope that you're doing well. Let's move on to your reading and what you don't see coming. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the sign of Capricorn and what they don't see coming, please, Spirit. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse position, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Back of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups, first card out of the deck here, in the reverse position. And this feels like maybe return of an old acquaintance. This could be a new relationship that's coming in for you. I definitely see the Two of Cups in the shadow here for you, Capricorn. So if you're wanting new love, that may be coming in for you, or the return of a past friend could be coming on in. Somebody that you generally felt very good emotion towards with the Two of Cups here. The King of Cups is here as well in the reverse position. This could be somebody, or this could be you. You could be difficult to please. This could be somebody that also you're dealing with that is quite the character. This could be a love relationship for you, Capricorn, that either you're a character and you're a little bit hard to please when it comes to love. But yeah, I see it definitely a return of an old friend or a new romance happening here for you. The Queen of Pentacles is here as well in the reverse position. We'll go back and clarify the cards as we always do. But with the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse position, somebody maybe from your past have been inconsistent, but they could be returning. And so you could be dealing with somebody that has been inconsistent with you, or irresponsible, or they've had a lack of motivation when it comes to the relationship. So take it as it resonates. We'll clarify. Yeah, I definitely see an offer of love here coming on in. This could be a new relationship or the return of a past relationship for you, Capricorn. Please clarify the Five of Cups, please, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse position. So I feel like something new is coming in for you, or the return of an old friend. And you're unsure of what their motives are. So there could be a new relationship coming in, that somebody new that you meet, and you're not sure exactly what their motive is for them wanting to get to know you, or the motives of a return of a past friend. Please clarify the King of Cups, please, Spirit. So we have the Queen of Swords here. This, I feel like this could be you, that you're a little bit hard to please. So you may come off a little bit cold-hearted towards this person that returns, or this new person that comes in, because you're unsure of their motives. So you may come off a little bit cold towards them. Capricorn, please clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Yeah, I definitely feel like this might be new feelings. Somebody might have been irresponsible or kind of left you in limbo land because they were inconsistent about what they were going to do. They're coming in with new feelings, new emotions towards you, which is leaving you a little bit weary. You may be a little bit cold-hearted or standoffish. Because you don't know what their motives are. But they're coming in with new emotion. It may feel overwhelming at first. They have new feelings. They're wanting to romance you. This could be a new person or somebody from your past that's coming back in. Please clarify the Two of Cups, please, Spirit. So yeah, this is the ending. This is somebody you might have been separated from, or you might have gone through an ending or a separation, and now new love is coming on in, or a return of a new person. I definitely feel like a rebirth. This feels like somebody from your past might be coming back in, that is now showing new emotion, new feelings towards you. They're going to be more consistent in what they do. Instead of leaving you in limbo, but you're a little bit unsure of what their motives are going to be. One more, please, Spirit. So this is what you don't see coming, Capricorn. Yeah, there may be some kind of insecurity when it comes to this person. One more. You may have to look at things in a different perspective now that this person is coming in with new feelings and then wanting to romance you. So you may need to look at things in a different perspective and maybe release what you felt in the past about this person and maybe taking a different look at it in a different perspective, seeing the world from a different perspective, seeing the world from their eyes perhaps, so that this love can get off the ground, whether it's a new partnership or somebody that's returning from the past. I definitely see a new venture going in to this relationship, friendship, or whatever it is, and new opportunities for you. Let's pull a love message for you, Capricorn. But yeah, it seems like the return of an old friend or a new relationship that's coming in that's going to leave you a little bit weary. You may be a little cold-hearted just because of what you've gone through in the past with them, or just feeling overwhelmed by that new feeling. So Spirit is saying to look at things in a different perspective. You may have you may feel unsure about their motives coming on in. But it's because you've probably been separated from them, or you've been through an ending of some sort and you're a little weary about a new relationship. So the card says put yourself first. So loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. And I feel like that's what's most important here, is to put love into yourself. Understand what your needs are first before the other person's needs. So that's the message I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm going to move on to Aquarius and what they don't see coming. A lot of love relationship messages for today. Not all, but let's see what Aquarius is coming in with. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the sign of Aquarius and what they don't see coming, please, Spirit. The Tower reversed, the Death card, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the shadow. So I'm definitely feeling like there's going to be a definite ending or change that you don't see coming here. It feels like with these Seven of Wands here that you're tired of fighting off this feeling. You're tired of having to defend yourself. And there's going to be a big change that happens for you, an ending of some sort. So we have the Tower card, Major Arcana, and the Death card, Major Arcana, both in the reverse position. And I feel like you're definitely going to have a turbulent change here, or there's going to be a bad situation that comes to an end with the Tower card here in the reverse, okay? This may be a sad event that happens, what you don't see coming, or your just inability to break away from perhaps, having to defend yourself. This is going to a dramatic end here. You're tired of defending yourself with the Seven of Wands here. You're tired of the struggle. You're tired of fighting off everyone. You're tired of defending yourself here. We'll figure out what that's all about. We do have the Queen of Pentacles as well in the reverse position in the shadow. I feel like you have been dependent on others for monetary means. So this may be an ending of a job. That's what I'm feeling. You may be walking away from a job and you're tired of defending yourself, which is going to leave you a little bit um, of financial strain here. But let's see what's going on here. Please clarify the Tower card for the sign of Aquarius, please, Spirit. And what Aquarius doesn't see coming. Yeah. There's been arguments or tension that you've been dealing with, and it's coming to an end. Yeah, it seems like you're having to defend yourself through this. There may be competition as well that you're dealing with. Too many. Please clarify the Death card for Aquarius and what they don't see coming, please. Yeah, you're wanting to break free from this situation. You may be accepting an invitation to a new job, perhaps, or choosing happiness over this situation. So there's definitely you're wanting to break free from the situation. Intuition is telling me that you may be leaving a job where you're tired of defending yourself. You're tired of the competition. You're tired of the tension. You're tired of the arguments here. And it doesn't have to be a job, but take it as it resonates. But you're choosing your happiness, and you may be accepting an invitation to something new. My card fell on the floor. So yeah, you're wanting your freedom here from this situation. You have some excitement that is coming in where you're wanting to accept an invitation to get your freedom here. You're wanting to break free. One more, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Seven of Wands, please. Yeah, you need rest, restoration. You're wanting to take time away. That may be what you've been defending yourself about, perhaps that you're needing time off and they're not giving it to you. And it's causing arguments and tension within a job or a dynamic of some sort where you're needing rest and restoration and time away. One more, please. Please clarify the Four of Swords. But you're tired of defending yourself and saying, I need rest. Yeah. So this is causing chaos within your environment. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is leaving you very angry. So you may be leaving the situation, and it may hurt you financially a little bit here. But I definitely see that you might have something and accepting an invitation to something new. You're definitely wanting your freedom. You definitely need your rest and restoration here that you've been wanting to have. And you're tired of defending yourself and saying, hey, I'm tired. I need some time off. Perhaps it's messing with your mind. You're so tired that you can't even function clearly because the Ace of Swords is here. Your brain's not working correctly. You need the time off in order to regenerate. And perhaps you're having to defend yourself for this. And you're tired of the arguments and tension that you have in the environment, and you're wanting to break free from this. You may have you may accept an invitation. This feels like you may be getting a new job because they're not understanding that you need time off. Yeah. So that's what you don't see coming here, Aquarius. Let's pull a love message for you as well. Messages for the sign of Aquarius and what they don't see coming in love, please, Spirit. Messages for Aquarius. Yep, it says reaching your goal. So everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. So it feels like, you know, you moving on to something new or accepting an invitation, you'll be able to reach the goal that you're wanting, maybe a better work-life balance so that you get that rest that you need. And it feels like you're not getting the rest that you need, which is also leaving you maybe doing poor work because of the confusion, because you are mentally tired. You need rest. And I feel like you just keep arguing about this with others and saying, hey, I need my rest. And you're tired of defending yourself on this. So I do see for you in the near future that you will manifest a new situation or accept a new invitation here to get your freedom so that you have a better work-life balance here. That's what it feels like to me, Aquarius. If you enjoyed the reading, please give me a thumbs up, and I will move on to Pisces. Last but not least, and I'm a Pisces too, so I am always waiting for what Pisces comes through. Although I don't read for myself, sometimes it just comes on through. Spirit says to shuffle again. All right, Pisces. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the sign of Pisces and what they don't see coming, please. The Moon in the reverse position, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. Oh. And we've got the Eight of Wands in the shadow. So what is hidden here is you may be getting a message, Pisces, through the air, through phone, text, email, social media, something like that. You could also be taking a trip and what you don't see coming through the air, voyage by air. But we'll dive in deeper and see what's going on here. First card out was the Moon card in the reverse position. You may be having a little bit of delusional thoughts at this time, Pisces, or just being all up in your head here. You may be avoiding reality for whatever situation that we're going to clarify with, but we'll find that out. We do have the King of Wands here in the upright position. This could be you, but it feels like you might be dealing with this person, somebody that you may be in a relationship with. You could be married to them. This could be this could also be you, somebody that is has a very loving quality. You could also be a very good leader. Again, it doesn't have to be the person that you're dealing with. This could be you as well. We'll go back and clarify. The Ace of Swords is here as well in the reverse position. I feel like with the Ace of Swords in the reverse position in this reading, it feels like there's some type of destruction that's coming through. Maybe when it comes to dealing with this person or something that you're going through, and it feels like you're going to hear about it, or you might have to voyage towards it. But let's go back and clarify. It's a little bit confusing, Pisces, but let's see what's going on. Please clarify the Moon card, please, Spirit. What does Pisces not see coming, please, Spirit? Clarify the Moon. Okay, so you're definitely going through a challenging situation, and you may be avoiding the challenge or the struggle that you're going through. So you may be just saying, hey, it doesn't exist. I'm not going to think about it today. But you're avoiding reality when it comes to a challenge or struggle that you may be going through. Please clarify the King of Wands. And there's fire here, so you may be dealing with a fire sign. Yeah, so you may have gone through I feel like this King of Wands here, this could be somebody that you were married to, doesn't have to be, but you went through a lot of anxiety or in trauma with this person. Or this person kept you up a lot at night, making you feel hopeless within the relationship. This person may also be feeling this way as well when it comes to you. They may be feeling anxiety, or you could be feeling this as well in what you don't see coming. Please clarify the Ace of Swords, please, Spirit. It's almost like you're mentally blocking the struggle, though, or the challenge of the situation. Yeah, it seems like, there are strings attached to this person. It feels like you might have been married to them. You may have debt together. You may be being more caring about yourself than them, or they're caring more about themselves than you when it comes to the finances. There's definitely strings attached here. Somebody is being very selfish in their nature. And you as a Pisces may be feeling like you just want to ignore it. You don't want to deal with the struggle, perhaps because you went through a lot of anxiety and trauma with this person. Please clarify the Nine of Swords, please. Yeah, you wanted your freedom from this person. So there's been a release or detachment from this King of Wands. Somebody that you might have been in a marriage with, doesn't have to be, or you're just wanting your freedom in general from the trauma and the anxiety from this person, Pisces. You do have the Devil card here. This is Capricorn energy. But yeah, you're definitely wanting to release and detach. And you don't want to think about what's going on here. So perhaps you're wanting to get a divorce, but you haven't signed the papers yet, or you're wanting to close off the connection, but you haven't done that yet. You're kind of avoiding the challenge here. And it may be because there's financial strings attached with this person. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. Yeah. Perhaps you have low resources in order to make this come to an end. But there is a message that could be coming in, or you could be traveling, or they could be traveling towards you, or that you could be traveling towards them. Please clarify the Eight of Wands, please, Spirit. Yeah, you're definitely wanting your freedom here. There's revelations here that you may be hearing about. And you're definitely, there may be a phone call, an email, a text message where the talk of freedom comes in. You're coming clean about what you're wanting. There's going to be revelations. They could also be contacting you, telling you they want their freedom too, or coming clean about something that they've done. But it feels like you're wanting out, you're wanting a release from this relationship, Pisces. But it may be difficult in order for you to get out of this due to financial situation. Yeah. There's definitely a rejection of the relationship here. This feels like a marriage that may be broken, where there's not been a finality done here. But there's going to be messages coming in and revelations and what you don't see coming about them either contacting you or you saying, I want to be done, and file. Love messages for Pisces, please, and what they don't see coming. Oh, well, there's a third-party situation, so other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. So the revelation that they may be contacting you about is that they're with somebody new. They may be coming clean about, that they decided to meet somebody new, which will probably push you into what it is that you're wanting as your freedom. So those are the messages that I have for everyone. I hope that you all enjoyed the messages and what you don't see coming. If you did, please give me a thumbs up on the video. Again, I stopped doing my dailies, but I'm going to do these little videos here and there to keep you engaged in the community. And please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's really going to help my channel. So please, please, please. And I love you if you've already done that, but please do that again and share, share, share. And I will see you next time. Please be kind to each other. Use compassion and empathy when you speak to others, and have a blessed day. Namaste.